welcome again to Chat with Olajumoke. It's always a pleasure having you join me. As always, I'm not doing it alone. I have my co-host with me. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
All right, today we are talking about something very important that I know that most of us have gone through at one point or the other in our lives, and that's friendship fallout. Friendship fallout. So, my first question is, why is it that people fall out of friendship? So you meet this person and you people gel. You feel like, where have you been all my life? You know, you are so compatible in every sphere, in every area, and you're doing well, you're doing great, and somehow down the line, you guys are just falling out, or you guys just fell out. Why is that?
As you progress in life, you just realize that your goals and your plans and aspiration is changing, right? So sometimes it's not everybody you carry along on that path, And secondly, as your goals are building or as you're attaining those goals, if that person's thoughts or line of thought does not align, sometimes it doesn't mean you just have to drop them. I don't know. It might be too straightforward though, if I'm saying it. But you just have to like let go sometimes. Why sometimes? I don't know. Maybe somebody else should say something.
Okay, so your own perspective is a serious perspective. Like
Like
okay,
that's
your
why I
goals,
brought it. That's why I brought
your
it
goals don't align. Your values
don't
values have
align.
changed. You have grown. Maybe this person is not growing. But there are still some other reasons why people fall out.
Because your
this.
question says that you are compatible, you do things together. It shows.
But you can be
Okay,
anybody's friend though. Now,
Okay,
now
so-
in what regards is it friendship as per like
All right, so I'm talking about friendship, general friendship. I'm talking about general friendship, but I don't. We are still going to dig deeper. But I'm just talking about general friendship. You understand? So, okay. So, what's your own perfect perspective generally about friendship fallout? Don't let me be too direct in my question.
Okay, my own perspective is she mentioned something that we have different goals. So when you have a friend that does not align with the level you are in, I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. The way you reason, the way you think will be different from mine. So to get along,
every time.
exactly, to get along with that kind of friends,
It's difficult.
very, very difficult. So to me, some people will withdraw when they see this thing is not working. You from my own perspective, I will be thinking, okay, we are still friends. But to them, anything you mean love, let me just withdraw.
Okay, so you're talking from the perspective of the person
other
that
person.
withdrew from the other person. So it's both ways. So you are saying, Precious is saying that this person, you are
just
like,
drop by itself.
Okay,
I think
but you are talking from the point of the person that actually drew back. So it's not as if the other person that maybe has grown is the one that is drawing back. Are you sure it's not self-esteem issue that is making the person drop?
Yes, that's the reason why I said most of them. When is me, I don't really have friends. I don't make friends. I hardly make friends. So, but when I make friends, I go all out genuinely. Me, people that I can look up to. We are friends, but there are some things that you need to look up to in your friend. That yes, she's doing something, and I want to. Okay, I can call on you anytime, any day as my friend, and this is what is going on. Okay, and you give me one answer that exactly that I at that point in time. So that's the kind of friendship I can say will face any challenges. But all these good morning, already.
Those ones are
No, those ones are acquaintances. They are not friends.
So that one will not even cross any bridge, not to talk of going far.
Auntie Dick, what are your thoughts on this?
For me, is it that we could say we sometimes outgrow friends? Like we have friends for all seasons. I have a friend like that she's for all seasons. We have friends for a particular season, a particular period where this person just comes into your life and you're like, oh no, I'm not letting this person go. And you find out that both of you are growing in your various spheres and you are pushing each other. Then you have friends that you are friends. Maybe you finish from university together, but the person is just there. Improve, no green improve. And you understand, you would move away. If maybe you are the partying kind and your friend seems to have outgrown
But have you
partying.
seen that kind of friend that you are improving, right? And you still don't want to let that person, you don't want to let go of that person because you feel there is this uniqueness about the
So
person.
you're pulling the
You're
person
pulling the
with
person
you.
along.
Yes.
But then at some point, just like what she
The
said, the
person
person will start
lets you
feeling
go.
the person
Exactly.
will start feeling like say, you know,
The person
am I
lets
sure I
go.
can continue and the person
Yes,
then,
the person lets go. Then
Yeah.
marriage at times, marriage lets if you are very close to someone, the minute you get married, you would want your spouse to replace that person, especially for
Okay,
women.
so I'm even going to
That
get
man-
to that place.
Men always maintain.
Yes.
But
So
wait,
we
wait,
get to
wait,
that
wait,
place.
always-
Thank you for bringing
Men
me
are
there.
always
So you discover that men that had friends growing up,
women.
they still have
They
their
still
close
contact. They still keep
Yes.
contact with them and all that.
But women, once they get married, you discover
Declutter.
that they declutter their lives and declutter the friends. Which
But you know
I
what?
don't-
But you
why?
know what? My mom, she has two friends from childhood. I cherish that friendship up till now. Three of them, up till now, they are still together. But it's not common at all.
Yes.
It's
No.
not. It's not. It's
common
not.
in
It's
games
not.
like
It's not.
Okay,
common.
okay. So what I'm going to let me ask this. So we are saying that growth is one of the reasons why friendship fall apart. But I want to believe that there are things more than that.
Jealousy.
Relocation is part of, you know how they say out of sight is out of mind.
Yeah.
Maybe all these things. So
No,
I don't agree to that.
when it comes to distance, I think there's a deliberateness to it. I have friends that okay, I have a friend that we don't talk every day, but the minute we talk, we can talk for 1 hour. We'll catch up
everything.
We'll
Then
catch
now-
up.
Because
But
you're
the
being
truth
intentional. You know
but
that.
but the truth is, she knows and I know that her not calling me or me not calling
Does
her.
not mean that.
I have
she's not
another friend presently. I haven't seen her in years. But believe you me, if I pick up my phone and I'm like, hello,
Click
we've
again.
resumed. You understand? So for me, distance, no. A friend that will drop you, even if you people are next door neighbors,
Yes.
and she decides to drop you, she will drop you.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
That's
intentionality and maturity is one of the things that really helps in
Yes.
friendship fall out.
Yes.
Like we always say that, I don't know, I think I was talking to someone, the person was saying that, I think it was you, that friendship is like marriage. If you don't build your marriage, you just say I'm married and you
Yeah.
just sit down there,
You're not watering it.
yeah, that marriage will
will,
yes. fall.
Yeah.
It's the
Same
same
as
thing with
friendship.
friendship. You have to do something about. I've had friends that have been more intentional. Talking about relocation, I have a very good friend that I met during the NYC, and we are still friends till today. Like you said, if we stop the discussion today, the next time we are talking, we are catching up. And then we are talking about then, we're talking about the now, we're talking about the future, right? And we are catching up, we are so close. But if they left me alone, or leave me alone,
You leave your alone
let's
to
do it. I'm sure that friendship wouldn't have blossomed like this. But she has been very intentional.
Intentional.
Sometimes I'm blown away that how does someone
Yeah.
just check on someone? How is someone so intentional like this? Meanwhile, I have another friend. We are both in the same city, but I've not been intentional. She has not been intentional, and so we have not been able to,
Catch
not
up,
been able to
yeah.
blossom.
Yeah.
When we see, we catch up, but it's not the same. So friendship has to do with a lot of intentionality and maturity,
Yeah.
right? So that now that we have established that, so you talked about the place of someone leaving the friendship. Some people leave friendship and they don't talk, they don't speak out. They just discover that the person just what's the word now? The person just fizzled out. No, that's not even the word I'm looking at. Just kind of distance herself or himself, and the person
And
is
you kept
wondering,
wondering,
okay, yes, and you were doing several things to reach out, but the person was just putting you in that space, and you that you're doing that, you kind of feel odd. So how do you handle that? How do you handle that kind of situation where somebody just leaves you and you're wondering? Sometimes you want closure, So how do you handle that? Because I believe people are watching us and they've been in that situation. Some people have been hurt because of this kind of thing, and they just kind of create a wall around them, like I don't want friends again. So
Probably talk to someone.
talk to someone.
Yeah.
To me, I don't make friends like I said. But once you pull off and I don't know the reason why
You just move.
thank you.
But it's not that simple for some people to just
Yeah.
move.
For some people, because
Would you rather
I'll
asking the person what happened? Did you guys talk
before
about it?
I let her or him, because you can have friends with a guy or with,
Yeah.
before I let her or him go, I would definitely have asked question. What
Mhm.
happened?
Mhm.
When I'm intentional about this, the friendship.
Mm.
So what's the problem? Why is everything like this?
Mhm.
And if he or she is not ready to talk,
You let the person go. Alright, what about this? I think that's your
That's
temperament.
me.
What about people that they cannot easily let go? What
Mm.
what should they do?
see, that's the problem. I have my first son, Temilade, is the kind of person that is so intentional about friendship. He cries when someone say you are not my friend again. You are, and I'll look at him, what kind of what is this? With this kind of a large word now, many people in what you are now saying you are not my friend again. Then please, my advice for this kind of people, in Yoruba ni ṣe dandan náà fi ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ ni. Let her go to have your own peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because if you keep on thinking,
But do you know
what
why
is-
it's like that for such people? Because they love genuine.
Yeah.
Because they open up. You know, some people, like for me, I don't open up myself to everyone. I open up to people that I know that once I put you there, I put you there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So for people like that, I would say when I'm letting go of any friendship or someone is letting go of me, it hurts because I'll be like, it's not just about the time or the emotions or anything. It's about like I put myself in that relationship. So it's going to be hurting. So everybody will heal differently.
But
Some
you
people
know
they
what?
can let go.
you
While
know
some
what?
people-
You know what?
It's a process.
I'm very sure
Mm.
that you putting your whole everything
Mm.
in a friendship, I can bet it with you that that kind of friendship worth it.
Mm. But for
You
someone
can-
like me too, the moment I say I'm not doing again,
You lock up.
you know when
So-
it's not till
Alright, Auntie P, let's hear your thoughts.
No,
Let's hear
for
you've been
me,
quiet.
for me, when it comes to friendship, I am quick to like gather.
Yeah, yes.
And I am quick to let go.
I know.
Once I see that you are moving,
Faster than the train, right?
I'll just this one.
I mean,
I'm quick. Then when I see that the relationship is meant to be balanced,
Mhm.
like whether we like it or not, you are offering me something, I am offering you something.
Yeah.
Once I see that it's being one-sided,
One-sided.
either from my side or from the other person, I let go. Because the minute I see that I'm always receiving from you, it might not be money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I have issues, I'm coming to meet you. If I have headache, it is you. And I see that it's not being reciprocated, I leave. I just go like, okay, maybe this thing does not
Has not gotten to that level.
pay this person. Let me take a step back. That is it for me. I'll gather, but I'm quick to let go.
Okay.
And for me, it is just one thing one person will do, and I'll just. There are no second chances. For
Just
me, there are no second chances.
Okay, so for me, what I would say to this person that is feeling this way is that, like, I think it was Auntie P that said that there are friendship for certain seasons. I think I
Yeah.
did a write up sometimes ago that in your life for a little while,
Mm.
some people are in your life for certain times. So
Sure.
once
Sure.
you realize that
That.
everybody's not in your life forever,
Forever. Sure.
the less you will feel hurt.
Yes. sir.
Yes.
Yes,
But
sir.
once you feel like this person is in, even the Yoruba, there's this Yoruba proverb that says 20 children cannot pay for
Friends
20
for forever, for 20 years.
For 20 years.
Yes.
So there are some people that are in your life to just fix something
yeah.
or to just help you at that point
Yeah.
or something.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yes, there is a place for maybe you don't want that friendship to end,
Mm.
but then it ended anyway. It's part of life,
Move on.
right?
Yeah.
Then there is also a place for you having a grip of yourself,
Yes.
of not making the hurt
Yeah.
to affect you going forward.
Yes.
That because
Yeah.
someone said that you are I'm your best friend,
Mm.
but you have another
Person-
person is your best friend.
Yes, your best friend is someone else's
So
best
how
friend.
did we get to that place that I thought that
Yeah.
I was watching a show and that this person was saying. So these people call themselves best friend, best friend, best friend. And then this person comes to the show to wish somebody happy birthday and say to my best friend. And the person say, I thought you are my best friend. But I loved how the person was very open about it. Like, I thought you were my best friend. But the person now tried to balance it that, okay, she was my best friend way back, you know. And there's also a place for people being your best friends in different, I don't know if that makes sense, in different things. This person is your best friend when it comes to you pouring out your heart. This person is your best friend when it comes to growing you. This person, you know. But I think we just want to box everybody and say you are my best friend. You and you want the person to start taking in and taking. Oh, please.
True.
Right. So. All right. So the final question I want to ask on this is, okay. So for the person that is moving on from that friendship, there is something that you can do better to not make that person hurt. So you feel like this person, I'm growing, this person is not growing, or I'm relocating, you are here. There is something that you can do better to not make that person feel left out. So what are the things that this person can do? So I'm trying to make us have a balanced relationship. So there is a place for the person that is moving on. There's a place for the person that is left behind. We've talked about the person that is left behind.
Yes.
Now the person that is moving on, how should have the person done better? So the person he or she is leaving behind. Do you get the question?
Okay, so the person leaving the relationship, what should that person like do not to make the other party feel?
Yes. I think it's emotional intelligence to consider the other party. So what should the person do?
To me, be intentional about every step you take. Communication is one of the best things you can have when you have a friendship. You are traveling out or you are moving from one state to another and you are leaving your friend behind here.
Especially when there are time zone different.
Exactly. You should know the best thing to do is to know how to manage the way you communicate so that it will go on and on. A lot of people will take relocation as our friendship
As ended.
but it is not. We will manage it well. We know how time space. Okay, we can't be talking here. Text can do a lot of things. Even if you go for WhatsApp.
Yes.
Can
Drop a
text
DM, send a chat. When I come online, I'll see you.
See, so with that, it will work out.
No, that's for someone that wants to keep the relationship.
Yes.
But, okay, like for
Someone
me,
that's
at
looking
least
for
I think I have 2 relationships that I purposely let go. The first one, it had to do with money. And I just concluded that this person, I can't deal. For every time I see her or I talk to her, I still feel cheated. So I just like, let me put her one side. For the other one, it's a long story. She felt I was in a position to help. But the other friend had spoilt that opportunity. I had an opportunity I could like help out with. But I had helped my other friend and she messed up.
So you just built that
So she messed up. So I now told my friend, I said, I can't use that opportunity for you because I'm supposed to take them to someone. And my first friend had messed up the opportunity seeing the person. So am I going to go back to that person and say I have another friend? So I'm sure that she got offended.
That you helped one and you left her.
But I tried explaining to her. But I know that she kind of like she lets me go and I let her go and both of them are still friends. They keep hailing each other everywhere. I don't mind. But for me, I just like let me let that. There are certain times when there are no explanations at times. If you want to start explaining, emotions will come into play. Emotions will come into play. So it just pays you to let it die a natural death. I have someone that I wish her a happy birthday every month. She knows that's the only time we talk. She knows that's the only time we talk. Every year. She knows that's the once she sees my message, she will just respond like, I know today is my birthday.
But it starts like that. The relationship just kind of fizzled out.
Like let's just
Naturally.
for me, I just had to.
All these things you're saying naturally, is simple. We stopped talking, we stopped, checking up on each other. We stopped. So all these things are processes. I mean, if you put all those processes together, that's what makes relationship dies.
Yeah.
When you neglect all these things. So yeah.
So, but I think that we have not really answered the question
Okay.
because I feel like, okay, there is something, maybe in a little way we have answered the question because you said that there are some things that we cannot start answering because emotion will set in. Yeah, so that's an answer. But I also feel like there are some times that you might need to have a discussion with that, a conversation with that person that but I'm thinking, I'm saying it and I'm thinking in my head, okay, how is that conversation going to go?
Sometimes you just have to own up because I remember there was a friend of mine that I knew that I needed to let it go, right? And the only way I could, come to terms that this thing was really ending, it was really a process. I thought about it, but because I needed to see that person one on one, and I went there and I said all I needed to say. After saying that, that was it. The person was hurt, I was hurt, but we needed to say what we wanted to say. And after that, I knew that, yes, so we moved on and everything was fine. But if I didn't have the opportunity to say everything I wanted to say, I would have just gone on with life. When I remember, I would have just said this thing, I would have just said this thing,
I think that's where closure comes in. Like when the person knows the reason why. As in case, I feel like having a discussion is good, even though I still think that conversation is going to be very awkward.
Oh, very, very,
but it's very awkward. Yeah. But it's better to have a conversation than to just let the person go and the person keeps thinking for the rest of her life that, or is like that. What happened? What did I do? It's just like breakup. You just break up with someone, no reason, nothing, or you ghosted the person. You keep thinking that
there was a story I read on Instagram. I think the lady, she's from Ghana. She said many years ago she has a very good friend and they planned a wedding together. So she ordered for a wedding gown from online store. Seeing the wedding gown was not what the online store posted. So she had to, exactly, she had to go into one store, I think in UK or thereabout. So she bought the clothes, maybe £6. So she went back to Ghana, redo the dress, and made it lovely. So she said after the wedding, she was seeing the video and all that, and she saw her best friend telling one lady sitting beside her that clothes in Ghana, in their language, that clothes was £6. And she said she felt so bad, and that was the end of the relationship.
Yes,
that she stopped talking to her. She did not tell her
why. So there are some cases that can be very terrible that you don't want to talk to the person. You don't want to. But we are children of God.
I feel every relationship should end genuinely, like end well. Like tell them if you don't want to, just that's my kind of person. I always, though I will have to brace up to it because it's not always easy.
It's not
always easy, but no. Sometimes you just have to talk about it.
Yes, because this person might do this to another person.
And the person has not learned.
The person has not learned.
She might not even know that what she said is bad.
She might not be saying it in that context.
She might not be saying, but
okay, let me
say something. I'm wearing one beautiful slippers now, and you're not telling me, that slippers is wearing is $2.
I know where she's going.
I know where she's going. Just doing shakara with
no, she might. No, the reason why I said this story was she might be saying it from. See how when you
see how
beautiful this gown is.
So that's why there's supposed to be a conversation.
That's why I said that the perspective she might be saying is like that. It's so beautiful, it's £6. But what she had interpreted in her brain is that gown is £6. She's telling people how much I bought that gown. So the way she interpreted it in her head, But if she had a conversation with that person, the person will say,
I didn't
even
know
that's not what I
meant.
But the truth is, even if she had a conversation with that person and that was what the person meant, the person should easily say, no.
But then you forgive and tell her that, see, I don't like it. At least you've aired your mind.
But that relationship will still do what?
It will still end.
So there are some friendships that are going to end badly because of
Yes.
different reasons that we cannot even talk about right now, that we cannot even be mentioning, because sometimes if you are not there, you really cannot say how you're going to handle it.
Yes.
But then it brings bitterness, and that's where, as a child of God, forgiveness, jealousy.
Yes.
Jealousy. Like, are you the only one? That's even one of the major reasons
Yes,
that ends friendship. Like, you have this one, you have that one, and me, it's just like I'm stuck. I don't
Exactly.
have all of these things. I don't have. You just be feeling, and that kind of person can just, like you said, the person can just withdraw because of
That's
that.
all.
Or the person can even be in your life, but the
Yes.
person is
Not there for someone.
Yeah.
Person is just waiting for you to fall.
Yes. I will be the first person to announce.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I said,
Yes.
if any friendship, any relationship wants to go so please
Just let it go.
Let it
Let it
go.
go.
Just let it
because
go.
there are some things that God
Has seen that you've not even
and
seen.
you don't even see it, and He's
Yeah.
saying this is the end of this
Just let go.
bitterness. Let's go.
Let go.
So we can I think we can end this conversation with, sometimes when you see that this relationship or this friendship has to end, let it go. Don't force it. Don't force it. Let it go. But also, let's also say that there are also some friendships that you ended bitterly. You are so angry with that person. You're so bitter at that person. Sometimes you don't have to build that friendship anymore, but you can forgive.
Yes.
Yes, and just let go.
Just forgive and move on, but you don't have to be part of that
No,
friendship.
You don't even have to talk about it.
Mm.
And just deal with yourself. Forgive and just
Forgive the person also.
Yes, forgive the person.
You forgive the person.
No, sometimes we just forgive ourselves because we want to be saved, but we are not forgiving that person. It has happened, and you just realize that whenever they say anything
You're
about
still
that
bitter.
person or they do anything about that person, you're irritated. You don't even want to hear
Yeah.
because you've not forgiven that person. You just have to say, "Let me forgive myself. I'm a child of God," but it's like you've not forgiven that person. So it's very key.
Fantastic. I think we have had a very robust discussion. I didn't even know that we're going to take this much time on this topic. All right. So before we go, it's game time. Game time. All right. So who is going to start? Who's going to start on this episode?
Auntie
Auntie
D.
D. It's Auntie D. So pick your number.
From 1 to 11.
Yes, 1 to 11.
Okay. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Hey, this question. Which book comes after Job?
I don't know.
Which book comes after Job? People do that. Genesis, Exodus.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Psalms. Esther, Job, Psalms. Psalms.
Oh.
You see why that song is very good.
Some proverbs are Isaiah.
Alright, Gabby, pick your number.
Number 3.
Number 3. If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
What would that be my question?
Oh my God.
She's thinking. That question is like, it's very deep. Like,
It's very deep
I know what
because
I will ask.
the question, no, my own is different. A lot of people might think I'm overreacting.
when you ask the question, your dad.
Why did
I know that's the question she was going to ask.
That's the
I
question.
know. Why
I
did they have
ask,
to go? I know.
honestly.
I know.
Why him? Why him at that particular time?
Okay. You understand?
Should I even quickly chip into that question?
Okay.
Well, what I will ask God is that, he said, before I formed thee, I knew thee. Then why is it that some people, come with some sicknesses, some people are deformed, some people are this, some people
Don't
are
cry,
that.
because
You
I
know-
know your voice is cracking already.
So you're wondering why.
I'm wondering why.
There was a book I read. The title of the book is Clowns of God. He spoke about people being deformed and all that. Now, a man came. Everybody thought he was a priest at the end of the day. The man now said that all those people that were deformed, that the man, it turned out that the man was Jesus, and he was saying that all those people that were deformed, he was preserving them for salvation. That he knew that if they were perfect, they wouldn't make heaven. And he had chosen those ones to make heaven.
I know.
This
But
thing
that
is
was-
still
see,
deep.
that
It's
But we are taking. I didn't want us to take much time on this. Maybe we are going to like on a topic on this.
Yes,
I think we
yes,
should do a
yes.
topic on
So
this.
yes, we should.
So we just we should just talk about that. Okay, so Precious,
Maybe I should just okay, 7.
Number 7. If you were to choose an age to remain forever,
Mm.
what age would it be?
It was like 10.
Like 10. Hey, you know what to go. I don't do this car.
I don't do
Like 6 months. In fact, if I like this one, I'm serious.
Everybody carries me.
And
everybody's lost.
The minute I open my mouth, everybody's running helter
It's not
skelter.
even good because you get to write common and
Common and
Like that big
6 months.
6 months.
Okay, so who should ask me? I think that we should ask me this time around.
Okay, your question.
8.
Okay, as a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? As a child.
Okay. I wanted to be plenty things. Oh. No, I didn't want to be a doctor actually. I wanted to be a lawyer. Then at some point I wanted to be a what's that second thing? I think I wanted to be a business person. A lawyer
Doing
and a
that.
business person. But I didn't see myself in the business person is not this business executive kind of
Oh
briefcase
my God.
kind of thing.
And you're still doing it anyway.
Yeah. All right, thank you everybody for being a part of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yes.
So we'll see you again next time on the next episode of Chat with Olajimoke. Keep keeping it real. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.